little bit of loud thing testing, which can only mean we're at Valleyfair. Okay, Doug, Valleyfair, Mother's Day. I'll tell you what, it was a beautiful drive up. Not very stressful either. So, you know, as long as you have some good stops on the way, you can do trips like this. So, hey, let's check out Valleyfair, the second to last U.S. Cedar Fair park to check off the list in California's Great America. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Let's check this out. Rope drop here at Valleyfair. Everybody's starting to hurtle back towards what I would presume to be a Renegade. At least that is going to be our basic strategy for today. If there's not a long line at the Wild Mouse, we'll check that out now. But we do have our one prestige skip the line pass. So we'll see when and how and where we use that. But I will say it is an awesome feature for the new Prestige Pass that if you have the All Park Passport and the Prestige All Park Passport, you do get to travel with that Skip the Line Pass, which I'm not too sure how many people realize that yet. But I will tell you that when K-Dog and I started this trip on Friday, we were at Cedar Point, and our single-use Skip the Line was utilized for a 15-minute wait for Top Thrill 2, about 35 minutes before it went down. So, what a lucky feature. If you guys bought Prestige All Park Passport for Cedar Fair, use it. Get to as many parks as you can. Go as many days as you can. You get one at every visit, regardless of which park you're in. So, landscaping here at Valleyfair is, you know, it's good. The fountain at the beginning, the Snoopy fountain, which I had a little clip of earlier, that's pretty awesome. Several other fountains here. I see High Roller over here doing a little bit of testing, assuming they'll drop the rope for that line here soon. Corkscrew, that iconic Midway staple, very reminiscent to how Cedar Point, truth be told, very reminiscent as to how Cedar Point utilizes corkscrew there on that property. So, yeah, we're gonna keep headed back, see if we can run into this mouse, and then it's going to be straight for Renegade. So yeah, let's do it. Little peanuts. Little peanuts never hurt anybody. Never hurt anybody, I tell you. Alright, we are walking up the entrance to Renegade. It's going to be the first ride of the day. Could not be more stoked for this. This is the highlight of the trip for me personally. A very elusive GCI. So let's get it. So yeah, we have never ridden a GCI with a first drop like that. Boy, that's awesome. So that is a pretty cool experience. That crew and the staff here that are operating Renegade, they're awesome. Not only are they quick and efficient, but they are super friendly and anxious to talk about the ride. One of the ride operators recognized me being in the Juicies because of the El Toro shirt, and I was talking to him about that Twisted First Drop. That it's the only one I've ever been on. He said, "What's the only GCI like this in the world?" And he started to tell me some other interesting quirks and features, if you will, to borrow a Doug DeMuro, and about how the coaster operates and how it has some little idiosyncrasies that make it unique, which was cool. So we will check it out. Well, as I approach Wild Thing, my first impression is, wow, this is remarkably similar to how Mamba is set up. And if you don't remember why I am so intimately familiar with the setup of Mamba, there's this little flashback.
So I gotta say, this is a first. We are huddled in the basement of the structure of the Mamba because of a tornado warning. And yeah, we're really wet. So is everyone else. I do want to give a special shout out to my ride partner on Wild Thing at the end of the day, my main man Lucas.
Alright, it's obligatory. It might be a wild mouse, but that's not the point. The point is that it's an Aero wild mouse, and there's a really good chance for ejector airtime, a really good chance for painful ejector airtime at that, especially for being 6'4" and currently about 230 pounds. So this is risky, but guess what? We're in it to win it. So, definitely not better than Michigan's event. Definitely not better than Ida Wild. But still fun. I mean, you get good airtime. But here's the issue. That whole ride process probably took, I don't know, 45 to 50 minutes. And the ride team is awesome. The ops team is awesome. It's the policy that's awesome. They need to do something to improve that. For instance, they dispatched us with nobody in front of us. And I'm sure that there was a group of two that wouldn't have been too far back, but hey, it is what it is. You can't have everything. But I mean, yeah, okay ride, but Valleyfair, you really need to look into that policy because it's probably affecting the overall happiness in the park. And I know that might sound trivial and it might sound stupid, but you know, if you have a group of parents that are frustrated about how long that ride takes to get on, they're going to be less likely to want to come to your park. And you're defeating the purpose of putting such a ride in. You have to try to make this more efficient. Or running the ride is going to do more harm to the park than good. So I hope that in time that can improve. But yeah, I don't know if I've been to a park that's owned by Cedar Fair that has more of a hometown park feel. Like this is probably the closest to a Kennywood, you know, which is what we're familiar with growing up. This is probably the closest to that. There's not much of it that's commercialized, so to speak. Nice little layout, but the staff here is so friendly, so friendly. What a great day so far. We're gonna head back on a renegade because why not?
So let's talk food, dining options. We decided to stop into the smokehouse, and we're up on the upper level. Pretty cool little system. You go onto your phone. You can see the second level down there below, which is where all the food is made. Some huge TVs on the wall, seating all around, and they have you scan the QR code right there and place your order. They bring it up to you. Still early. Coleslaw, amazing. These chips, ridiculously addicting. Chicken sandwich, how is it? Really good. I haven't tried that yet, but I'm about to. And these cheese curds are, they're probably disgraceful to people that live in Wisconsin. Yeah. Probably disgraceful to somebody that lives in Wisconsin, but to a Pittsburgher, I think they're more than adequate. And they serve as a tremendous conduit for barbecue sauce.
So, back by where Renegade is, you have this
plot of land. Now, I hear that this is rumored to be being removed, the raft ride. And I mean, that could be a possibility for the plot for the next coaster. But I'll tell you what, this little area, even though it is abutted and adjoined toward and near, you know, the water park back here, I don't necessarily believe that this is going to be untouched. The next ride here is going to be a major ride, and if this is coming out, I believe you could have something that is crossing these sections and joining them together for a very, very large roller coaster. So we'll see, but I think the stage is set, so to speak, with them closing that for the season and seemingly permanently. Something about too much for upkeep and maintenance. So everything's starting to come together. I think that is going to be the predominant focus of the next coaster, and like I said, this plot as well. So we walk into Mall of America, and I already see a little spinning disc back there. So yeah, this is pretty cool. It's amazing to see an American mall this hot and bustling, because in Western Pennsylvania we definitely don't get this experience of, I don't know, people out shopping, wanting to socialize and be near one another. I wish we had more of this. This is pretty heartwarming. This place is busy as heck. Awesome. Yeah, this is pretty nuts. Mall of America, Nickelodeon. Let's go get some. This is cool. Yeah, I mean, this place is wicked. Alright, this has all come down to this, the last ride of the trip. I'm going to get my second shot on this Intamin surf. Yeah, pretty stoked. This has made me so excited for Six Flags Over Georgia's Ultra Surf with that speed hill. So yeah, absolutely phenomenal ride experience. I cannot wait for Six Flags Over Georgia's. Yeah, the Gerslauer is definitely cool. The Ferris wheel, the shop. I mean, it's just such a cool place, especially for kids, especially with it being indoors. And then all of a sudden, boom, you're out and you're back in the mall. We're gonna go grab some food, start heading back to the Berg.
And head back to the Berg is exactly what we did. But not before having a pretty amazing trip. One that started at Cedar Point so that we could get our first rides on Top Thrill 2, which were amazing, by the way. A quick trip to the University of Notre Dame. Then a day trip to Six Flags Great America. Couldn't help a Portillo's cake milkshake. Mount Olympus and Valleyfair. Of course, we hit the Nickelodeon and Mall of America, and on the way home we were able to stop back in Chicago and spend a small portion of the day at Navy Pier and in downtown, as well as a quick hit to Lou Malnati for some of that fantastic original Chicago deep dish pizza. We're thrilled that you guys were able to take the journey with us, and hopefully you enjoyed it. If you could please like, share, and subscribe, it does wonders for the channel. As always, we appreciate you spending your time with us, and until next time, guys, we'll see you out there.